Yes, if the PPT is ready, please uh, uh,
Scientists investigate that which already is. Engineers create that which has never been. Albert Einstein. Good evening, one and all. Let me take you all to the listings of what to expect in today's session. It is also the first session of the mega event, Avani 2022, #DiscoverYou. The welcome address will be followed by a brief introduction and a video on our eminent speaker. Then, we shall invite the eminent speaker for his presentation. After the presentation, we shall request our guest speaker to answer a few questions raised by the attendees in the Q&A segment. The continuing session will be taken up by the university spokesperson. The detailing of the courses available and the process of admission will be put forth. We shall conclude this session with a vote of thanks. Strive for perfection in everything you do. Shake the best that exists and make it better. When it does not exist, design it. Sir Henry Royce.
What a fantastic quote to begin the session. Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Avenue 2022, #DiscoverYou, a global career guidance program launched by Indian School Bowsher under the aegis of Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman. On behalf of the Indian School Bowsher, I, Praneet, of Class 11,
and I, Valentia, of Class 10,
take the proud privilege of expressing our profound gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Hatim bin Tariq Al Said for the altruistic and noble benevolence showered on the Indian diaspora in the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty shower His choicest blessings on the Majesty, and may this nation experience peace and everlasting prosperity.
We are happy to welcome all the students, parents, and teachers to be a part of Avani 2022. #Discover You. Thank you one and all for your benign presence here this evening. It is with sheer joy and great pride I take the task of introducing our speaker today. Professor HUMA Shankar Shastri TM is a passionate leader working as an assessment head of engineering department and faculty in engineering and communication, EEE section, the University of Technology and Applied Sciences, MUSCAT College of Technology, Oman. He worked as a lecturer in engineering and communication and was in charge head of the department at Oxford MCA College for the post-graduation program, assistant professor and head of department at Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology, and senior lecturer in power electronics at Aba Mint University, Ethiopia.
Professor Huma is the author of the renowned Basic Electronics Solution series in 2000 and a keynote speaker with Distinguished Professor and a guest at Raja Rajeshwari College in Engineering in 2016 and 17. He was honored with the Best Project Guide Award in 2013 to 14 at UTAS Muscat College of Technology. As an educationist, he worked in various positions as curriculum sectional head and assessment sectional head. He has attended and conducted various national and international seminars and workshops on recent trends in electronics and computer engineering. Recently, Professor HUMA Shankar Shastri was a jury member of the state-level project exhibition at VTU Conclave held at 1st August 2022 in Bangalore. We would like to request the audience to kindly post your queries in the chat box. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please join me in welcoming our speaker, Professor HUMA Shankar Shastri, TM. The platform is all yours, sir.
Thank you very much for your invitation. I thank in this junction Indian School Gubra for inviting me to take up this opportunity to give a lecture or a series on recent trends in electronics and computer engineering. So with this immense pleasure, I'd like to thank one and all the organizers, principal and staff, the coordinators of this event. So my talk will be on recent trends in electronics and communication and computer engineering. So please share my PPT, one of you. I thank for them. Yeah. Recent trends in electronics and computer engineering. Here, I wanted to stress you on how engineering came into existence and its prolonged progress even till today and even many centuries ahead. So, as I can see here, we have what is called as trends in electronics and computer engineering. They are in parallel. Can I go for the control from here? Yeah. Why engineering? First, let us give a light on this one. So why, as students, we need to learn engineering to work on live projects or even the projects renovation, not only renovation, innovation towards new projects, whether it is road or technology, or it can be electronics and communication, computing, so many of them. So our aim is to be beneficial to the society as engineers. Not only that, we need to also think of the environment now, the global warming and so on, various other criteria which are pertaining or prevailing now. So to save environment, what is our root cause, or what is our, what do you say, achievement, or our, say, involvement in saving the environment? Not only that, entertainment plays a very important role nowadays. As you can see, many, what do you call, satellite linked OTT platforms and so many things, not only in the house entertainment, also in the commercial entertainment, we have various development nowadays. And also, finally, when you want entertainment to reach to another part of the world, it is definitely the space technology comes into picture. So it becomes a very innovative idea to land as a space scientist. Likewise, we have many opportunities to solve. We can design, we can know how, we can innovate, we can invent, or at least make a discovery, or at least try to use it, and we can evolve as good engineers. So this is the main idea behind why engineering. So before going to the next one, the slide where it tells which were the basic engineering courses. The basic engineering courses, if you can go for the next slide, you can see there are two basic engineering courses. One was the first one, which is called the civil engineering, and the second one was the mechanical engineering. Next slide, please. Yeah, look at this one. Why we required civil engineering? The first diagram shows there the picture for dwelling purposes. Man, human as in the Stone Age or even before that, they were living in the caves and all these things we know. So the necessity of building house gave a pave a way to civil engineering. So that's for the dwelling purpose. Then when we wanted faster movement from one place to another places, so we had the cartwheel. The invention of the cartwheel gave a good growth in the mechanical engineering till what we have the latest technological cars or even the latest model cars. So these were the two basic engineerings in the beginning. Whereas later in the 17th century, when Benjamin Franklin discovered electrical energy or electricity, which was due to the kite flying, we all know that. So there we found that after the 17th century, there was a big boom in electrical technology or electrical engineering. Now let us see in the next slide how many branches of electrical engineering are there. Especially the first one, the power engineering. It deals with distribution and generation of energy. That's the hydroelectric energy, or it can be due to reactor. It can be due to turbine energy, or converting one form of energy to another, distribution, and also reaching to the people. So that's called power engineering. So electrical deals with heavy currents, flow of heavy currents due to heavy voltage. So that is the main branch of electrical engineering. Whereas later they found that yes, control became a very important aspect. Suppose you want to control a car through electrical wiring, or through its motion has to be controlled. So control engineering came into existence. Later, due in 1980s or 70s to 80s, electronics engineering, invention of electronic devices like the diode, transistor, MOSFET, JFET, so on and so forth. Then came the persistence of technology evolving towards the latest one, which is due to telecommunications engineering. Not only that, we have to use these devices, means we should manufacture them. So that's where the microelectronics came into existence. Then when you have to use any gadgets, you require a panel. So how to control this panel system or the display in general? Now we have the mobile phones and the display, how to control, how to design, that's the instrumentation engineering. So anyway, for all these things, we require the signal to be processed. So you have to receive the call, You have to upload a picture or a video, so on and so forth. So then in 1980s, computer engineering became as the boon to all these things. So where it gave a lot of scope for the evolvement, that means making use of electronics, telecommunication with computing. So computer engineering became very, very prominent in the 1980s till 2000 or even today also. So if you go to the next slide, we can see there electronics engineering further how it has been classified. Then what is the difference between electronics and telecommunication? Let us see that in the next slide, and later we'll go for the computer engineering or computing, we can call in general. So electronics engineering is one wherein it's dealing with the manufacturing of devices, studying its characteristics and making it as a working element for various applications. For example, if you want to have a particular logic to be controlled, so fuzzy logic plays a very important role in lift operation. So we have multi-storied buildings nowadays. So how the lift is controlled by fuzzy logic or even by electronic switches. So if you go to the next slide, you can see there electronics engineering and telecommunication is one wherein we can evolve or we can give more fruits on the latest technology of electronics engineering using the telecommunication. So next slide, please. So there you can see the various applications of electronics and telecommunication, so that we gave a path towards the advancement of electronics engineering. Telecommunication means far distance communication from one continent to another continent. They were laying what do you call the cables, undersea cables by gutta percha and so on and so forth. So that is all eliminated when the satellite communication came into existence. Next slide, please. There you will find more applications of telecommunication. See the diagram right hand, you can see there it's a TV uplink available anywhere on any metro cities or wherever there is a television station. You can see that uplink of the television signals, especially for various satellite communication across the globe. So now we focus on the area of communication. That's the next job. So therefore, electronics engineering and telecommunications engineering together gave or paved a way for the computer engineering, because everything we want to be on like the hands-on technology. So if you go to the next slide, you can see there it is definitely with the computing. See there under electronics engineering, you can see computer science or computer engineering, then aeronautical engineering, then you have starting from the earlier one, which is called electromagnetics, instrumentation for the design of panel, design of control keys, then signal processing, equipment engineering, then we have aeronautical engineering, the latest one, which is all, these are all the advancements of electronics engineering. Even if you go for signal control in a particular what do you call traffic light or a traffic circle, you can see in the next slide that how the various projects can be handled by these electronics and computing engineering, or you can call that as data handling now. So it has become data handling technology, like data mining, we have data structures, we have data science in general. So if you go to the next slide, you can see what are all the various projects that can help for the society. We are going to take them forward, and not only the existing one. So we cannot leave the existing one. With the existing technology, we need to go towards the next one, like 4G has become 5G. 5G is going to be very sooner, sixth generation communication, whereas the Internet of Things and Internet of Everything will come into picture. So next slide, please. You can see some of the projects there, wherein, yes, density-based traffic lights. I'll just give one or two lines on this. Suppose say if you have a roundabout or a circle in a road, You can see there, you need not wait for all the same time at the same time in all the 4 paths. So even if there is no vehicles in that particular path, still the signal is going green. So that has to be that now they are making that as smarter traffic light control. So that is called density based traffic light. So give more time for the passage of the vehicles where the traffic is more in that particular direction, whether it is going from north to east or south to west, so on and so forth. Then accident avoidance system plays a very important role, especially, let us not hope for the worst, but still, this gives a very important what do you call technology, wherein suppose if there is a hiker, a mountain hiker, or what do you call someone who is uh, going for a forest hiking or like this, so they require definitely electronic surveillance. So electronic surveillance will avoid the accident that can take place. Likewise, any machine control coding techniques is the most prominent one, like the Python programming, or even it is Java, JavaScript, whether it is C, C sharp, C++, so on and so forth. So likewise, we can even control any machine. So say for example, can package, packing of the cans. I don't take a particular brand here. So Tetra Pak, you might have heard of Tetra Pak. How packing takes place by electronic sensors, electronic switches, and electronics, what do you call, various other packing system, and we call that as conveyor control. So these are the various things that you can see. Please next slide, so that we can go for computing engineering now. Whereas computing engineering is the latest technology, there is no gap or there is no limitation for these various branches or specializations of computer engineering. You can see there, you can get specialized in hardware engineering, you can be a coder or a software engineer, you can work on networks, that is called as configuration of networking, whether you design a LAN, WAN, or you have CAN networks, computer, I mean to say controlled area networks for controlling cars. You can see that just by your mobile app, you can control the movement of your car. So these are all possible with the graphics. Graphics interface plays a very important role. Then distributed computing, cloud computing, robotics plays a very important role. You might have seen many hotels with robots nowadays, so on and so forth. Then image processing, medical image processing plays a very important role in ailment of any disease. Suppose say you have cancerous cells. Suppose I mean to say medically, this is also used in various with the help of instrumentation, computer engineering, electronics. See, we cannot put a line on electronics, whether it is computer engineering or whether it is information technology. There is no line now. There is no boundary. That means we are having interdisciplinary courses now, like mechatronics, for example. If you go to the next slide, you can have some more of them. Mechatronics, it's a combination of mechanical and electronics. Cloud engineering is nowadays with the data science. Software development, that means the coding techniques like Python or whatever latest. You can use Arduino, then you can use Raspberry Pi as a kit, so on and so forth. They are all called as information systems. And sensor networks comes into picture. Network engineering itself is a large branch of engineering, especially through computer engineering. So where is this been evolved from? This has been evolved from communication engineering. Likewise, artificial intelligence. Nowadays, artificial intelligence plays a very important role. We call that as AI technique. Then numerical analysis. You can analyze any network, any problem you can solve by simulation techniques. Where there are various simulation tools nowadays, like the MATLAB. We have the electronic workbench. We have the LabVIEW, then Multisim, OrCAD, so many CST software for antennas. You can design antenna virtually by making use of CST package, so on and so forth. So there is no end. So if you go to the next slide, also you can see no end for electronics, computer engineering, then mechatronics, then you have telecommunications, so on and so forth. So you can see in each slide I have put diagrams wherein you will have various fields for just computer engineering, so on and so forth. Next slide, please. So now, if you come for especially the girl students, see these are general till now. So for girls, what are the various engineering courses? So normally they don't go for mechanical engineering, but nowadays, hopefully, there is no boundary that this branch of engineering is for girls. This is for no. It's common nowadays. But what I mean to say, if you want to have a soft work and soft skills and have better prospects in all of them is there, but these are some of the branches which are, it's just like a, see, this is debatable actually. So, but there is no boundary as per, but these are some of the branches of engineering like communication, electronics, computer engineering, so on and so forth. Even electrical engineering, they feel that it's a bit tougher, but still they can be opted by any of us. So there is no boundary for these girls. This is only simply a arguable one that some of the resources tell that these are the courses that can be used for courses for girls. So likewise, if you go to the next slide, you can see what are all the things till now that I have seen. We can say in 4 statements, like our greatest teacher of India, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, which we celebrate his birthday as 5th September. He always used to tell this quote: the poor teacher will complain, an average teacher will explain, a good teacher will demonstrate, but who is the one that is going to inspire? It's the great teacher that will inspire. So therefore he has quoted that the true teachers are those who help us to think for ourselves. So therefore, we being individuals, we should be more innovative in nature. So same way, same based on this, the noble quotes of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, I just have quoted in my own way in the next slide. If you can see that, see there, I have removed the poor. None of the students are poor in thinking, or they are always good. Anyone, see, all the individuals are unique. Similarly, I said that we have only 3 category there. So an average student tries to explain, yes, of course. So we are trying better and better. A good teacher will definitely demonstrate, yes. So that means he is good enough. So what all he has learned, he will try to demonstrate. But who is the one who will inspire everyone? Definitely the great student. So likewise, an overview of my talk on recent trends in electronics and computer engineering. Thank you very much. It's, I think, the time for any questions from the audience. Thank you very much for the organizers, and especially Indian School Bosher for principal and the staff and the coordinators of this Avenir 2022.
That was an extraordinary and inspiring session by you, sir. Your creative and fun-filled session enlightened us and kept each one of us engaged. Now, we would like to request our speaker, Professor HUMA SHASTRY, to kindly answer a few queries put forth by the audience. For this, may I now invite the moderator of this session, Ms. Ambika, to pose some questions from the audience to you. Over to you, ma'am.
I'm sure there are bound to be a few questions. Let us take up 1 or 2 of them. Good evening to all. Let me quickly scan the questions received in the chat box. So, can you please share few guidelines or suggestions for the students choosing engineering?
Engineering is such a branch of science. We tell that say science always have many branches. Physics is one of them. So I always define physics in what do you say 3 M's. So I use 3 M's for physics. One is the first one, matter. Second one is the motion, and the third one is material. So definitely any substance on the universe has got these three entities: matter, motion, and material. So what we are going to study in physics is the study of matter particles moving or taking movement in what particular material. See, for example, does electricity flow through wood? No. So it doesn't flow. So there we are going to extend that knowledge as technology. So engineering is what is called as more detailed study of that, whereas the technology is one wherein we are going to implement that what we have studied. So therefore, engineering and technology plays a very important role in nation building. So that's the simple answer that I can give for this.
Thank you, sir. Let us move on to the next question. So one more question. Which are the topmost universities for students to join, sir?
You mean to say in India?
Both, sir.
Okay. So on the globe, if you go for, suppose say, if you take up example of states, I rank, as we all know, Oxford and MIT and Harvard, they are the topmost universities. Other than that, next stage universities are like the Stanford University, we have the Texas University, we have the various other university that can be listed. So to go to this level, definitely we should be not only good students, but we should also cultivate discipline, and also we should get motivated by parents. Parents they play the vital role, and teachers, as we know, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha. So all of them, so they play a vital role. Guru is given the first priority among, even we feel that they are greater than the parents. So these are some of the universities. If you go for India, IITs are the number one, as you know, and the best one as rated is IISc, Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. So this is the only one institute of science available on the whole globe. So where we get the what do you call pioneers of technology, and they are scientists. We generally call them as scientists because they are engineered to motivate the technology.
Okay, sir. Here we go for another question, sir. So can you brief the idea about astrophysics and its future, sir?
Astrophysics is one wherein it will give, see, I told you physics is 3M. Astro means it is at a larger distance, it is in light years. So therefore, if you can see, the Asia's number one telescope is placed in Dehradun. This is one of the one which is widely used. There are many computer engineers, there are many electronics engineers and telecommunication engineers, instrumentation engineers. Not only that, even civil engineers, mechanical engineers, they're all working there at the hilltop. You know, sometimes in the olden times, one decade before, I heard that there was no power, there was no water supply to that station. The world's or the Asia's number one observatory. So there, you know, all the scientists, they come and do research there, wherein it has been equipped with a telescope, where it is so strong that even the longest nebula or the galaxy is seen as if we are seeing each other. So like that. So astrophysics plays a very important role. For that, students should be a good physicist, and also you should be good in chemistry. With mathematics, definitely. So PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics plays a very important role there.
And also, sir, can you just tell us how astrophysics, as not in many, how many, like in India, how many colleges do we have this astrophysics, sir?
This is mainly in many of the IITs. It is there. And the number one is the Indian Institute of Science, that, as I told you earlier, astrophysics and physics plays a very important, there is a specialization or a branch which is working on that. And ISRO, they are working with the, what do you call, collateral memorandum or MOE with ISRO. So all the scientists from ISRO, they are coming there for teaching purposes. Many of the IITs, they have this astrophysics, especially Indian Institute of Science has seen that it is number one in the whole world. And later, you know, they can go for NASA or anywhere, that they are also, and many other American universities are also dealing with, or they are educating our students on astrophysics.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for the insightful answers. We have many queries, and yes, the students can access the mobile app and the questions will be directly addressed. I would like to address the attendees to provide your feedback. The link will be shared in the chat box. Over to you, Pranit.
Thank you, sir, for all your support and guidance given to the large audience by attending to their concerns so patiently during the course of the discussion. The time for us to move on to the second part of the session, the time to meet the university spokesperson. We are joyous to welcome the EDUGERMANY group to enlighten us with the various course and procedures.
EDUGERMANY is a specialized team of expert counselors and admission coordinators who assist and prepare your bachelor or higher studies application for world-renowned German universities and institutions of higher education. They will evaluate and screen prospective students regarding academic ability, financial ability, and other criteria, and provide recommendations to students and parents for admission to the best suited preparatory program or the program of their choice at the university. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please join me in welcoming our speaker, Mr. Aravind Sadasivan, CEO of EDUGERMANY Bahraini Partnership. Let us all watch a flute of the university.
Good evening to all. My sincere thanks to Indian School Boucher for organizing this very wonderful event, Happy New Year 2022. And we have been participating with Indian School from 2018 onwards, and this is our third consecutive year. And my special thanks to the principal, the Indian School Boucher, Mr. Bhavish, and also to the chairman, board of director, Mr. Shiv Kumar, for letting us be a part of this great event. So as beautifully explained by Professor HUMA SHANKAR about the importance of engineering and why students should consider engineering, and how over the period of time, how over the period of centuries, human beings have evolved, and with evolution, how engineering has become a part of our life. And engineering has helped human beings in great lengths. So without further ado, we will go to the part wherein we will explain how EDUGERMANY can be a part wherein we work with German public universities, and we help students understand what is the entry requirements for public universities in Germany. And as you know, Germany is a country which has played a lot of importance in the field of engineering, and one among the paramount countries in introducing engineering to the human race. And we all know how German products are, and how German engineering are, and how German engineers have spread across the world and brought in a lot of technological benefits to the humankind. And EduGermany was formed with the ideology of helping students to understand what is the difference between the Indian education system and how to understand the method of entering into a government public universities in Germany. And EduGermany partners with most of the universities in Germany, and we help students. We have been helping students since 2012 in entering public universities in Germany. So without further ado, I'll go into my presentation so that we have a better idea on what we are speaking about. So let me just go ahead and share my screen. So I hope you guys can see my screen. So this is our company, EduGermany, and our website is edugermany.co. And as mentioned earlier, what is EduGermany? So EduGermany is basically a group of expert counselors who can understand whom students from Indian schools or from India or who are following Indian curriculum or international curriculum can understand how the education is, or how can understand the methods and process to enter a public university in Germany. And we have been doing that for the past 10 years. Basically, EduGermany is headquartered in Bahrain, and we have an office in, we have a branch office in Oman, and we have offices in UAE and India and in Kuwait. So I will give a small introduction. This is a small introductory video of EduGermany, wherein you can just see what are the services that we offer. So I'll just go into playing a small video. Yeah.
Welcome to EduGermany. Are you confused about what to study after your 12th? If so, here is a simple answer. Study in Germany. Germany, or the Federal Republic of Germany, as it is known officially, is a Central European country attracting thousands of international students and workers yearly. As a major economic force and a country showcasing rich and diverse cultures, Germany is considered to be one of the best places to live in. EduGermany is a group of dedicated counselors, academicians, admission coordinators. We as a modern educational consultancy exclusively work closely with German public universities. We are pleased to guide every aspiring student to chase their dream courses in Germany. By properly assigning counselors to each student, make them aware of the prerequisites of studies, handle all the documentations required for the international studies and your smooth transition to the destination. Internationally recognized courses, with our wide range of programs for individuals as well as groups. You'll be sure to find a program that's perfect for you. Engineering, healthcare and science, business and commerce, art and design. 4,000 plus courses to choose from. Come, enroll with EduGermany today and study in Germany. Thanks for watching.
So as a student in grade 12 or when you are in your high school, there are a few doubts which will pop in your mind, like what you have to study after grade 12, which is the best program which suits you the most, which country you would want to do your bachelor's degree in, which branch of engineering would you want to choose, and if at all it is not in your home country, what are the various visa regulations. And as parents will be worried about your safety, how safe it is, and what is the prospects of you after you finish your course, whether you will be able to get a job, whether the bachelor's degree that you have learned is going to help you be a breadwinner, and most important of all, how with a bachelor's degree you can be a global employee. So these are some of the things which need to be addressed and which needs to be thought well in advance before you jump into a career or an engineering degree, so that you don't so that you are happy about the course that you have chose and it sticks with you throughout your life. So we'll go to the next slide, wherein we are going to briefly explain about what are the benefits of it, doing your engineering in Germany. So let me just give a small lesson in history about Germany. So basically, Germany, the prowess of Germany in the field of engineering, it is indisputable. Engineers who are from the country are world leaders in this field, and they are very well renowned for their dedication to precision, function, and power. Over the years, the engineers from Germany have maintained their reputations in top exporters of machines and industrial equipments. The Industrial Revolution, in fact, played a very crucial role in catapulting Germany into the engineering stardom. The Dresden Academy of Engineering was founded in 1743, where subjects like mathematics, fortress construction, mechanics, and study of machinery were taught back in those days. Manufacturing became an integral industry during the period, and by the 1890s, Germany was Europe's leading steel production nation. Its leadership in chemical research in the universities and industrial laboratories made the country dominant in the world's chemical industry in the late 19th century. During the World War and those period, Germany lost some of its brightest minds, such as Albert Einstein, but some returned back to their nation after the war. Over the years, the engineering industry continued to thrive, and Germany became a force within the global engineering field. So, as you understand, Germany has played a very important role in the history and has contributed a lot to the field of engineering. And this is where we have to understand why, as a country, Germany needs bachelors. Germany wants young-minded people, youngsters who have finished their schooling. They would want them to come and join their country, join their public universities. And in an effort, in the year of 2012, Germany came forward with the ideology of subsidizing education for everyone. And part of that was by introducing a new function called, wherein there is no tuition fees for national or international students. This is purely to encourage youngsters to come over to Germany, study in their public universities where they have so many specialized courses. So when we talk about the benefits of education system in Germany, that is, as I mentioned earlier, the first and paramount most important thing is there is no tuition fees in most of the public universities in Germany. So the universities do not charge any fees. The state instead sponsors you. Then there are a lot of programs which are available in English. Gone are the days when you could only learn engineering programs in Germany in German language. Today, they have so many courses wherein the complete curriculum is in English, so that international students can come, learn, settle down there, find a job, make their career over there, join German companies, become a global employee, work across the globe. Then, as being a part of German education system, you also have the benefit of working after you finish your course. And most of the students who come to Germany for studies are benefited with the Schengen, because Germany comes under the Schengen European Union. So anybody who is getting to do an engineering in Germany has the visa to travel all across Europe and work. So another advantage, as I was mentioning, once you finish your bachelor's degree, Germany would want you to, or advise you to, stay back in their country and be a part of their workforce, work with their companies, be a part of their future. And for that very same purpose, they encourage students to take an 18 months job seeker visa after the course, so that you can stay in the country, find a job after your bachelor's degree. And if you find a job, and you stay in that job for 2 years, you can even file for a permanent residence, and thereby going, even if you want, you can even take a citizenship in the country. Now, apart from that, Germany offers great job opportunities because most of the courses in Germany are known, are very state of the art. The programs are all based on the industrial needs. The universities always work with the industries. The courses are all integrated along with the industries. So most of the courses they offer, most of the curriculum they offer are all always updated. And of course, again, international, the bachelor's degrees from Germany are always recognized all over the world. You won't be surprised to see Indian students who have studied in Germany coming back to India, working in German companies in India, or they will go to Canada and work as German engineers there, or in US, or come to Middle East and work as German engineers. Because the fact German engineers are well known, they once they finish the bachelor's degree in Germany, they get branded as German engineers, and as you know, the name, as the brand suggests, you become a global employee. So employers can send you all across the world. Now, coming to the part wherein how a student from an Indian curriculum can benefit from all this, how he can enter a public university in Germany. So, as we all know, in an Indian school, Indian education system, we have 12 years of schooling. So students enter the school from first grade, and they study till grade 12, post which they join universities. So in India, we have 12 years of education in schooling and 4 years of engineering in the university. But in Germany, the schooling system is 13 years and 3 years of engineering. So that 1 year, the difference, as you've seen, in what happens in India is that 1 year of school, first year of engineering, is actually taken by students in the school itself. So that's the reason why they have 13 years of schooling, and they study similar subjects as students who study in Indian universities. Similar subjects they study in the 13th year and finish that year in the school itself and go to the universities. So as a student coming from Indian background, if you would want to, or Indian board, if you would want to join a public university in Germany, you will have to do a preparatory year. So this preparatory year, as you can see, the first one is the second round. You can see it is a preparatory program. So students who are coming from Indian education system would have to do a 1 year preparatory course to benefit entering to the university. Once you finish your 1 year preparatory course, you enter the university, you study there for 3 years, and then once you finish, you can do your post-study work. So that this brings a big doubt in your mind, like, what is this preparatory year? Why I have to do a preparatory year? What am I being taught in a preparatory year? So I'll just come back to that slide. So in a preparatory year, students have the option of studying subjects or choosing which stream they want. And generally, students have 2 options of doing this preparatory year. So you can see in this diagram, preparatory course, 1 year preparatory course, there are 2 methods of entering the university, which is mentioned below here. One is you can do your preparatory year in a private school, or you can do it in a public school. So the advantages, as I mentioned again, in Germany, most of the public universities do not charge fees, and to cater to Indian students, they also offer the option of doing this Studienkolleg, the preparatory year, for free of cost. But since this preparatory year is offered in German, you will have to learn German language. There is an entrance exam. If you clear that exam, you can study this preparatory course for free in Germany. Once you finish that exam, once you finish that course, there is another exam. You need to clear that exam, and then you can enter the public university. There is also this option of doing your preparatory year in a private college, where generally the fees will be about 10,000 to 15,000 euros. Now, the advantage here, if you ask me, would be the program is completely in English. There is no entrance exams. The course itself has 2 or 3 levels of German language, and the exams are all internal exams. And once you finish your preparatory course, you join the bachelor's degree in the university. So I hope this part is clear, but if in case you guys have doubts, we can clear this part. I know it's a bit complicated. We can finish it off in the question and answer session. But as of now, just keep it in mind. The preparatory program, that is the 1-year difference program, which an Indian student needs, the 13th year. The German universities provide this option so that students can choose whether they want to do it privately or they want to do it in a public studying college. But generally, I've seen students generally choose the private studying college process method because it is in English. It is a lot quicker. It is a lot easier, though it is a bit expensive. But that is the only amount you guys need to spend for your education. Once you enter the bachelor's degree in Germany, there is absolutely no fees. So I'll go to the next slide. So basically, in a preparatory year, what you would study. So as a technical student, if you're going for engineering, the name of the preparatory course will be T course. So it is for students who want to study engineering. For students who are looking for medical courses, you have to go for M course. For students who are looking for business courses, they have to go for W course. So basically, in the preparatory year, just like how in India we have different branches: mechanical, electrical, civil. In Germany, they offer 3 different courses, that is T, W, and 3 T, M, and W. Now, for engineering students, the most important course here, you guys should look here, that is the T course. In the T course, it's a Bachelor of Engineering program, wherein you'll be studying subjects like German, English, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and informatics, and all this will be in English. Now, once you finish your preparatory year, you will be entering the German public university, where, as I mentioned, there won't be any fees. And once you enter the university, the main advantage here is the programs are all completely state-of-the-art. They're all job-oriented. And as I mentioned, you only have 3 years of program. So basically, 3 years means 2 semesters each year, and we have about 6 to 7 semesters. And as you can notice, the fifth semester, if you guys can come to this part, fifth semester, you can see it's a 20 weeks work placement. That is, it's called an internship, wherein students can go to a company. Instead of going to the university during the fifth semester, students would be encouraged to go to companies, work with the employees over there, learn, have hands-on experience. And this period is for 20 weeks. So that is almost like 6 months. So it gives students an opportunity to learn things by hand, to understand, to put theory into practice, to learn hands-on, to understand how the latest equipments in this field work, how machineries work, how to take readings from them, how to calibrate them, how to use them in our day-to-day affairs, so these are things that they learn, and that's how German engineering students become more hands-on. So this is another course for computer science, wherein you can again see students study semester-wise, and in the fifth semester, you can see fifth semester, it's always about internship. And what happens after this internship? So generally, students who work for 6 months in a company generally get inducted into the same company. They find employment in the same company because they have been associating with the employees for such a long period. They have worked with them, they have understood them. So it gives them a great opportunity to join the same company, be a part of that company. So thereby, students are absorbed by the companies where they do internship, and they continue working in those companies. Now, coming to the fields of engineering in Germany, these are a few slides wherein I'll just browse through them slowly. You can see the kind of specialized programs that are available, right from aeronautical engineering to applied computer science to AI to automotive engineering to chemical engineering. There are so many courses which as a student you can choose, and most of them are based on the specialization track itself. So you would have seen in a lot of countries, specialized programs are available only in the master's level. But Germany has taken this understanding, and they provide specialized programs, specialized and super specialized programs at a bachelor level itself. So students have a greater insight into programs, into subjects, into specialization, into the industry at a much earlier age. Because with this knowledge, as you can see again, there are so many fields of engineering which a student who has done his preparatory course, who has done his bachelor's degree in Germany, there are so many engineering programs that students can check. and we can help you find these courses in public universities. As we are falling short of time, I'll just quickly browse through them, but we will be providing you brochures, which my colleagues will be sharing in the chat box. You guys can download these brochures, go through your courses, find any course that interests you. You can contact us. We'll help you understand what is the entry method to these universities. So these are just the engineering program. I've already browsed through 4 pages of courses, you see. So there is sports medical engineering, there is sports engineering, software engineering, mechatronics, robotics, shipbuilding and maritime engineering, ship operations engineering, smart building engineering. So I can go on and on. And most of these courses are state of the art. So now as EDUGERMANY, what does EDUGERMANY provide you? So as a student who's coming from grade 12, I know you have to take the decision of joining one of the universities at the earliest once you finish your 12th grade. So we as a company help you understand where you stand and how to achieve a bachelor's degree in Germany. So we can sit with you, discuss with you, understand your profile, and help you understand what are the requirements that you need to achieve and which pathway suits you the most, whether it is the public university or whether it is the whether it is the public student college where it is free, or whether it is the paid student college where you have to pay a fees. So based on the course you would want, we would help you with that, and we would help you with most of the services like the documentation part, the visa part, how you would travel, what are the health insurance requirements, how would you support yourself, whether you can work part-time in Germany. So all these things. So as a country, Germany has always helped students in a great way, because as I mentioned, there is no tuition fees in the university. And in addition to that, students are given free discount travel cards. So you can travel inside your city free of cost. You don't have to pay for your transportation. You only have to worry about your port expenses and your boarding expenses. And again, as I mentioned, Germany encourages students to work part-time. So during a semester, when you study in your engineering programs, you study for 20 hours a week, and you can work 20 hours part-time. So you have equal studies, and you have equal ratio of studies and work. So you can earn during your free period. You can make some money for your personal living expenses. I sometimes I always advise students to work part-time as well, because it gives them a better understanding of how the culture is, how to interact with people, how to understand how to interact with local people, understand the culture, be a part of the community, help each other. So now I'll just come to the part wherein I'll just briefly explain about the admission process for studies in Germany. Like once a student who comes, once you are in your grade 12, the enrollment for the student colleges starts pretty early. So students who are in grade 12 should be able to contact us at the earliest, so that we can put them in the appropriate preparatory course. We'll understand your eligibility. We'll make you speak to an expert counselor. We'll help you with the application process. We'll process your application. We'll prepare your university preparation. We'll help you with your visa documentations, and you can file for your visa in Oman itself. That the embassy, the German embassy in MUSCAT is very helpful. They are encouraging Indian students to come to Germany and study and be a part of their economy. So once you get your visa, we'll help you with the travel part. We'll help you with pre-departure orientation. We'll help you with your post-arrival orientation. There will be a team of people who will come and pick you up, understand your requirements, place you accordingly. These are some of the offer letters of students who have joined public universities from Indian universities, from Indian schools, from Oman and from UAE and Kuwait. They are, as you can see, most of them have entered into some of the most prestigious universities like Technical University of Berlin, University of Würzburg, for programs like mechatronics, for robotics, for AI related programs. Yeah, I think my screen is stuck for a minute. Let me just see. Sorry for that. I'll just stop sharing and share once again. Sorry for this, guys. Yeah. Can the IT support team do the casting from your side, please? Because I think it is not working from my side. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. So can you go to the next slide, please? This is another student's offer letters from prestigious university, Deggendorf Institute of Technology. Then again, the most prestigious Technical University of Berlin. Uh, so students have been able to successfully enter these prestigious universities, and most of the universities, as I mentioned, are at par with the IITs. So you students generally understand how difficult it is for students who have finished their board exams. It is how difficult it is to enter a IIT, how difficult it is, how limited the number of seats are. So generally, German public universities are at similar level, and they offer similar technical programs. But the entry requirements are a bit more relaxed, a lot more relaxed. Students who do the right preparatory course can easily enter these courses, even no matter what their scores in grade 12th are. You can choose. You have an opportunity to increase your CGPA when you do your preparatory year, the 1 year preparatory year. You can do that year and improve your CGPA and try to enter universities like TU Berlin and Deggendorf. Can we go to the next slide, please? So as a student, you would be getting a visa from the student visa, and these are few students who have traveled through us, who have reached Germany successfully. Can we go to the next slide? So these are the kind of accommodations students who generally go to Germany. You can see everything. Germany is a very student-friendly country. Back in 1900s, they used to have metro trains. So you can imagine how advanced they were. So as a bachelor degree student, your accommodation will be minimum of 3-star category, where you will have your own personal room. You have hot and cold water. You have a washing machine. You have a dishwasher. You have a cooking range. All the latest amenities and minimum 3-star facilities. So this is what you can, guys, and it is very, very absolutely safe for girls. Most of the universities are very, very friendly, and it's absolutely safe. Parents can come and visit you whenever they want. So things like that. Yeah. So we can go to the next slide, please. So this is a video of one of the public universities. You can just go through it.
Research calls for curiosity, dedication, and concentration. We have a vision. As a modern university, we are generous in providing creative space. We actively stimulate exchange and new combinations of fascinating disciplines. As a young university, we offer you the freedom to let go in nature and in the city, and to be in close contact with international research. Always in step with the questions of our time. We want to break new ground as a research-led university with innovative teaching to inspire critical thinking, responsibility, openness, communication, creativity, and to achieve success. That's how we're preparing for the challenges of the future. Together with our city, our region, and our world.
So yeah, So as you have seen, how the technical universities are, what are the facilities, how, like in the university itself, you get to see or use and understand what are the latest equipments are, so that, you know, when you come to the, when you enter the job market, you're already uh, industry ready. It makes a big difference when you are industry ready, because you are employable from the day one. So the first day itself, you are employable. So from an employee point of view, and from an employer point of view, that's a big boon, because you know all the latest technology, you know what is the requirement in the industry, you know how to operate the equipments, you know how to take readings from them, you know how to calibrate them, you know how to use those equipments to do your work. So this plays a very important role. And this is the reason why most of the students from German public universities are able to find good jobs in most of the, they are very much sought after, and they are able to work in good companies with very high packages. We have so many students who have graduated from Germany, who are now working in India in German companies like Bosch, Siemens, BMW, similar to that, companies in Middle East, like companies like Bosch or Carl Zeiss, uh, 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 so many companies like these, which are there in Germany and also have branches all across the world. So you can be a part of these companies and help Germany reach their industrial dominance, and you can look into your success through their success and be a part of the global economy. So I think with that, I'll come to a conclusion to my presentation. I have mentioned a few contact numbers. We have shared the brochure through the chat box. We have also shared a quick response link to students who are interested. You can discuss with your parents, understand how you can discuss with your parents about this process, go through a brochure, read it in detail, and then you can contact us for further information. So yes, I think I'll pass on the, I'll request the support team to get in touch, and let's see what we can do next.
Thank you very much, sir, for the informative session. We are sure that the process of exploring and inquiring has begun in the minds of my friends and parents. Over to the moderator.
Sure, there are bound to be few questions. Let us take up one or two of them. Good evening to all. Let me quickly scan the questions received in the chat box, sir. Sir, is it certification in German language necessary to study in Germany?
So a few years back, there were most of the programs in German public universities were in German, and because the programs, the bachelor's degree program had integral internship part inside the course, students, when they go for this internship, had to speak with the workers in the factories so that they can understand how the machines work, how to take the readings, how to make a machine run. So it required them to speak to the employees. So that, and that's the reason why German universities used to give importance to German certification. But today, things have changed a lot. German universities are offering a lot of English taught programs. So you can take English taught programs, and just to be it's not that much of a big deal to study German. Like you would have heard so many students going to Hyderabad or going to Bangalore and studying their engineering there, and in a few months' time they pick up the local language. So it's just like that. And already German language is pretty similar to English, because anyway the alphabets are the same, and already the most of the language part, the words are, 60% of it is already similar to English. So as I mentioned, it is not a big worry as of now. Most of the programs are available in English. So if you are looking for English taught programs, you can definitely contact us on our contact numbers, and we mentioned in the brochure, and we can help you with what course you're looking at.
Thank you, sir. And what is the best course to study in Germany, sir?
Basically, in a country like Germany, there is no differentiation. in the engineering specialization you can choose. You can basically choose any program which suits you the best. And I have seen, for example, someone who is good in graphics, you can do graphics designing. Someone who is good in mechanics can learn mechatronics. Someone who is good in computing, you can learn AI or artificial intelligence. Someone who is good in communication, telecommunication, you can learn embedded technologies. So there are a lot of programs which are state of the art. And as I mentioned, since German companies, they take care of the entire product range. Suppose it's a car. It includes a lot of engineering. It includes electrical engineering. It includes mechanical engineering. It includes computer systems. It includes safety. It includes graphic designing. So you see, in a large company like Mercedes-Benz or BMW or Volkswagen, how all these engineering streams are interconnected. And it is a culmination of all this engineering which makes the actual today's car move. So like simple example is you don't use your key to lock your car nowadays. You use your remote. So it is an interaction between an electronic device and a mechanical device to lock your car. Similarly, if you don't wear your seat belt, your warning lights in the car blow up. So these things, simple things. Or if you're using an air conditioner, you need not just the mechanical part of the air conditioner is required, but also the remote part wherein it senses the temperature difference and switches on the compressor or off. So everything is integrated. And if you are looking for state-of-the-art courses, then I would suggest mechatronics, robotics, artificial intelligence, graphic designing, game designing, sports engineering. These are some of the courses which are in trend in Germany as well.
Thank you. So one last question, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Now, what is the estimated expense of the process as well as living in Germany during the 4-year period?
So as I mentioned, there are two entry methods as an Indian student to enter the German education system. One is the paid preparatory course, and the other one is the free preparatory course. But since there are a lot of people applying for the free preparatory course, there are a few exams. There is an exam which you have to clear, and that free preparatory course program, you have to learn a couple of levels of German language, and then you can attend the exam. And if you clear, you can study that program for free in Germany. It will take you about a year and a half time to clear the language part and the preparatory year part to enter the university. In that method, most of it is absolutely free. There is not much of fees to be required, and apart from your learning German language and all. So once you enter university, also there is no fees. And as I mentioned, you only have to worry about your living expenses, which again is taken care if you are working part-time. But if you're looking for a private student college, wherein, as I mentioned, the programs are in English, the preparatory course will be done at a private school. In such cases, you have to pay to the private school, and the fees generally varies between 10,000 to 15,000 euros. And the advantage of that is the only fees that you have to pay ever, because after that first year of fees, there is no other fees you need to pay. So it will come about Indian rupees, I think about say about 10 or 11 lakhs. That's it. And that is one-time payment from a parent side they have to make. And apart from that, students they don't have to worry about their living expenses. As I mentioned earlier, students are allowed to and encouraged to work part-time. And even during the course, there is this internship period wherein students sometimes get stipends from the company where they do their internship. So I would assume about 10 to 15 lakhs. Is that all? If in case you're going for the paid preparatory program, that is the amount you have to spend.
Thank you very much for the insightful answers. You have answered most of the queries, and yes, the students can access the mobile app and the questions will be directly addressed. I would like to request attendees to provide your feedback. The link will be shared in the chat box. Over to Valencia.
As we draw the end of this enriching session, I deem it my great privilege to propose the vote of thanks. We extend a heartfelt thanks to our eminent speaker, Professor HUMA SHASTRY TM, for all his words of motivation. Thank you, sir. we express our gratitude to the spokesperson, Mr. Aravind Sadasivan, for EDUGERMANY Bahraini Partnership for sharing details and giving us an overview of the career guidance. Thank you, sir.
A deepest sense of appreciation and gratitude to Chairman Dr. Shivakumar Manikam and the members of the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman. A heartfelt thanks to President Mr. Ajayan Puriara, members of the Indian School Bausch School Management Committee, and the principal of the school, Dr. Bhavesh Balerao. Heartfelt thanks to our platinum sponsor, Jain deemed to be University, gold sponsors, De Montfort University, silver sponsors, Dallas Baptist University, USA, Grey Matters, SPJ Jain School of Global Management, Sri Ramchandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, and bronze sponsors, Middle East College, SP Jain School of Global Management, digital marketing partner, Spectrum and Trefoil, media partners, The Arabian Stories, and powered by support sponsors. Over to the video.
An event of this kind requires the coordination of a committed team. Thank you to the ISB team for making Avenue 2022 possible. Thank you to each of the teachers, students, and parents for being a part of this session.
Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Thomas Alva Edison. With these uplifting words, I, Praneeth,
And I, Valencia,
wish you all a glorious day ahead. Before we sign off, let me remind you of the upcoming sessions. The upcoming sessions are on 14th October at 8:30 a.m. We'll have simultaneously 4 sessions on the 4 streams: science, engineering, humanities, and commerce. You can provide your feedback on the Avenir website, www.aveniroman.com. Every attendee who submits the feedback form will receive a digital certificate. See you in the next session. Stay tuned and stay safe.